Hey friends, welcome back to Sewing from Scratch. I am Kate and this is where I teach you everything I know about sewing and we learn more together along the way. Today I am sharing the items that I made in April in hopes of inspiring you and because we're curious. So let's jump right in. So the first thing I made this month were these Burda culottes. This is Burda 5085, I believe. And I did a sew along for these. So it's a two-part sew along and we go through and we make the entire shorts, I guess you call them, or short pants, jupe culottes or just culottes. I have not really worn these yet. It hasn't been actually warm enough for shorts. So I am looking forward to wearing these and kind of curious to see where they fit in my wardrobe. I'm not 100% crazy about them, but I do think they will be great. I think part of it is that they do have polyester in the fabric. But if you want to see more about this and maybe make some of your own, you can check out those videos, the first and second installments of the Burda sew along. I will have those linked below. This is a vintage pattern, but I know there are some floating around on the internet if you are really trying to get your hands on this one. Super easy, super quick, and I know you can do it. And the next thing I made was my Seamwork chip jacket. I think I mentioned this in my March makes video that I had started it, but I was waiting on some zipper pulls. Or no, not the zipper pulls, the parts to make the stoppers, I guess they're called, because I have like zip tape that I wanted to use, and this ended up being cheaper, and that way I can like be flexible on what size of zipper I make. So I made this. This one I used some fabric that was previously gifted to me by Atelier Adopt Fabric. They're a dead stock fabric company. I highly recommend checking them out. I have loved their package that they sent me. Do have a video on that as well. But this is a faux suede and I actually used the back side of it, not the soft side, but the more textured kind of snake printy side. And I really like the look of it. It's not technically in my color palette, but I've worn it once and I did like the feel and the vibe and the look that it gave. So I do like that. I paired it with this black faux leather that I got from Sheer Perfection quite a while ago. I don't think they carry it anymore. It was like when they first opened. But I just wanted to have that contrast and I really like that. Unfortunately, I did have, like you can see the white of these zippers that I used, which I'm not too upset about, but it would have been nice to have a matching zip instead. I did do the expansion where you do the zipper on the cuff. And I believe the original has the two-piece sleeve as well, but that's what I did, is the two-piece sleeve. Really love a nice two-piece sleeve. I feel like it really elevates a jacket. So I did that. I just stole a Wrangler tag from one of my husband's old shirts that we were upcycling anyway, and I stuck it in there. Yeah, there's not a whole lot to say about this one. The fabrics posed maybe a tiny bit of challenge, but not a lot. And I do have a full video, kind of my thoughts on seamwork, but again, this just wasn't, the pattern was okay to follow, but it wasn't something that I would expect from purchasing from an indie pattern designer. So if you are a beginner, you might want to save this one for a little bit later down in your sewing journey. And the next three and final makes are all things for my daughter. Just kind of happened out that way. So if you don't know, I do make videos for Pattern Niche as well, formerly New Horizons. And one of the makes that I made this month for them was the Niagara dress. This does come in adult sizes as well, but I made the kids one for my girl. I used some tie-dye jersey from Sheer Perfection Fabrics, these adorable colored heart buttons. I did the sleeveless version. It's gathered in the front with the placket here, and then the back is also gathered. It's so cute, and it's gonna be a great summer dress for her. probably gonna make at least one more because they're quick, they are adorable, and they're great. Actually, they're a great scrap buster because they don't use a ton of fabric, surprisingly, because you can cut these different pieces out different ways kind of thing. It is a lined, this yoke bodice piece is lined, so you do need that extra bit, but quite honestly, if you did like bands or something like that and you didn't do a placket, you could get away without lining it. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's super cute. She's really been enjoying it. There are some different things that you might not come across all the time, but again, you can check out the sew along video for that one. Okay, and then back in December, I believe it was, I made my daughter some Minnie Mouse sleep shorts. I actually upcycled the skirt I had made for her way back, and I made the sleep shorts using the Coachella pattern from Striped Swallow Designs, I believe. And wow, the lighting is really bad. I'm sorry, guys. So I had made those shorts for her, but they didn't have a top, and I was thinking they would be like everyday wear shorts, but she wanted them as sleep shorts. So now here we are, finally getting around to making a top for that. Just use my Cricut to make the design here. If you want a tutorial on that, like any Cricut stuff, just let me know and I can you know, see to that. I just used some scrap linen I had in my stash and then some red bias binding. This was something I had in my stash pre-made. I did actually make the black bias binding to go with it. Then I thought, no, let's do red to make it match the shorts. It looked really nice. I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. It's slightly cropped, but I think it's really cute with the little short shorts that I made her. So I gave them to her and she's like, I don't really want them as pajamas, Mom. I'm gonna have them as everyday clothes. So it turns out they're really cute together and I'm really happy with how it turned out. This is actually self-drafted. I just kind of went with, again, that Niagara bodice and then just expanded on it and did the binding on it. And I think, yeah, I just drafted one piece for the front and back, like it's the same front and back. So that was, so that's what I did there, and it turned out really, really cute in my opinion. And then the last thing I made was another vinyl decorated sleep shirt. We went through, you know, the stash I have of clothes for my daughter as she grows, and there was a pair of sleep shorts handed down to her, but they didn't have a top. So I'm like, well, I have some perfect blue in my stash. I will whip up a top for you. I used the Anything But Basic t-shirt, and I thought we would do some matching yellow polka dots to match the shorts, but I of course let her have the design input, and she wanted mermaids and fairies. So we did this and I drew it up on my Cricut, but then I forgot to size it before I hit, you know, make it. So things ended up kind of big. This would have been okay, but the fairies are kind of big with everything else. So there's a lot going on here, but she's really happy with it and she loves it. Of course, you know, I have mentioned the Anything But Basic tee so many times. It is my go-to for my kids and it fits them perfectly, and it's also a free pattern. So I will of course have that linked below for you as well. But that's how it is, just nice and simple.
Okay, so I totally forgot about the shirt that I'm actually wearing. This is the Ellie Mac Twisted Up top, and I made it for a comparison video using the Petite Stitchery Co. Romy. So I will also link that video below if you want to see more about it. I again used the same tie-dye cotton lycra from Sheer Perfection Fabrics and love this. Been wearing it all the time, but if you do want a comparison between those two patterns, check out that video and you'll see which one I like better and kind of the breakdown on the stats on each of them. So this is the final make I'm talking about in this video.
Okay, so that is everything I made in the month of April. I got a new projector. It's getting set up soon, hopefully, and I'm hoping that motivates me again to get back into things and that kind of thing. Some other exciting things happening behind the scenes, but I'll save that for another day. For May, I am going to be participating in Me Made May if anybody is curious. I just am not going to be posting every day, but I typically wear things I made every day anyway, so it's not really a stretch for me to just kind of use the hashtag type thing. And I invite you to participate as well, but don't make it like this big thing that it has to be like you have to wear something we made every day, and you have to photograph it, and you have to post it, and you have to tell all these great things about it. It doesn't have to be like that. It can be whatever you want it to be. Just participate in the hashtag just to kind of join a sense of community. So that's kind of my plan for Me Made May. In terms of sewing, I have a pair of jeans as a refashion that I'm working on. What else do I have planned? Not a lot, really. So kind of just want to go through my closet, go through my stash, see what's going on, and again, continue to work through all those kinds of things and bring you some more valuable content. You guys are loving the sewing machine videos, so I'm hoping that kind of, that I can lean into that and bring you that kind of content that you're looking for. So again, if this video was enjoyable and helpful, or maybe just entertaining, give it a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. Bye!